turn me up a little. Yeah.
Hey, let me get a little more of that.
They know who we at,
man. Yeah.
We stay entertained. Yeah. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building, so going crazy. This shit was made for television. Pass the remote, baby. Now go and subscribe, comment, go live. Tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Make sure you tap in, cause we at it again. It's all entertainment, cause we stay entertaining. Yeah, stay entertaining. Yeah, hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah, now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah, hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah, now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up, baby. Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah.
Hey, let me get a little more of that.
They know who we at, man. Yeah. We stay entertained. Yeah. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building, so going crazy. This shit was made for television. Pass the remote, baby. Now go and subscribe, comment, go live. Tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Make sure you tap in, cause we at it again. It's all entertainment, cause we stay entertaining. Yeah, stay entertaining. Yeah, hey, we stay entertaining.
Hey, you guys. Hola, ¿cómo está? Ben aquí. Welcome to the House of X Entertainment,
where we are here to always entertain you.
I'm Winston.
And I'm Leo.
Yes, and welcome to the Xclusive show.
Okay, well, we will always keep it exclusive.
Yes. Welcome, guys. Hello, Tony. How are you? Welcome in.
Hey, Tony.
Welcome in. Hey, Miss Hall, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Buddha.
Hey, Miss Hall. Hey, Buddha. How are you?
How are you? Uniquely lavish.
Oh, we were in silk tonight, darling.
Yes. Who else we got? Hey, we got the YT cheerleader.
All right, now Miss Glam Diva, honey.
Yes. Hello, Auntie Mama. How are you? Welcome
Mama's
in.
Kitchen. What's going on, sexy?
Yes. Hey, Natural. How you doing?
We got trouble in the building. Hey, Natural.
Yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hey, Panama City.
Panama.
How you doing? Hello, King
Tip Waving.
How are you?
Thank you for being here.
How are you? Hello, Super Twins, Bella and Gabby.
Hey, Super Twins. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Welcome in. Hello, Jaden. Hey, Maria.
Hey.
Welcome in. Hello, kid. Hello, Jesus. I always chop up.
Hey, Jesus.
I always chop up your name. Hello, Duckies. How are you? Welcome in.
Where do you see Duckies?
Isn't that Duckies?
Oh, the end of their name is Duckies.
Yes.
I guess. Hey, duckies.
Yes. And welcome in. Hello, we got Tiffany in the building.
Hey,
Walk
Leo.
with me.
My real name is Leon. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Leon.
Hey, Leon, how are you? Welcome in. We got FS Rose in the building.
Hey, Miss Rose. How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, walk with me.
What's going on, Tiffany,
You
darling?
want to sing her song?
Yes, we can.
All right, now.
You start. You ready?
You're supposed to do the countdown, bitch.
1, 2, 3, go. Walk with me. Come on, it's Tiffany. Everybody say walk with me. Everybody say Tiffany. Hey, walk with me. Come on, it's Tiffany. Everybody say walk with me. Everybody say Tiffany. Yeah. Welcome in. We got FS Rose in the building, guys. That is one of our guests for tonight.
All right now.
Yeah, she's backstage getting ready.
Yeah, she got her stilettos on. They just came in from Paris.
Yes.
They're about to do the damn thing, honey.
Yes, welcome in. We got Classics Kingdom in the building.
Hey, what up?
Welcome in. Am I missing people? I hope I'm not.
No, you're on the right track.
Okay.
We're going down.
All
We're
right.
going down. We're going
Welcome
down.
in. The TR show is in the building.
Uh-oh. TR's here.
Yes, TR is here. Our guest for tonight, guys.
Hey, Raven.
Welcome in.
Bestie.
Welcome in. Am I missing people?
You got to go further down.
Okay. Raymond, bestie.
Bestie.
How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Welcome to the stream.
Why do I feel like I have something in my eye?
Now you got something in your eye, child.
Honey, your
Well-
apartment is a little dusty, honey.
Well, make sure you guys share. For all those who have community tabs. Make sure you share. Please share.
If you like us, share us out. If you don't like us, share us out. If you like somebody in the chat, share us out. If you happen not to like the person you sit next to, share us out. However you feeling, use those share buttons God gave you, okay?
Yes. Please share.
Because it is not nice to have a community tab if you ain't going to share the house of X.
Yes,
that just don't make no sense, child.
We're here. I'm back. Okay. We're going to give you guys.
We can see you.
We can
see you.
We're going to give you a thumbs up.
We will let you know when it is time to bring you up, okay?
We'll give you guys a thumbs up when you are ready. They said they're anxious and they're waiting for you guys. They are ready, guys. They're so anxious to meet you guys.
Okay.
Yes.
We're going to let them sweat a little bit. We're going to give them about 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes, you know?
Are you for real?
Ooh, if they behave, we'll bring them up soon. But if not, they're going to have to wait another hour.
Maria says you can call me Cass on fire, whatever you want. I'm going to call you Maria.
Call you who?
I'm going to call you Maria.
Well, her name is Cassandra.
How can we share on the community tab? Oh, we have to teach you that. Yeah.
At the beginning, I remember. Okay.
We have to show you how to when you go.
How can we share on the community tab?
When you go to share on the live stream. Hey, Mommy and Deck is in the building.
Hey, Mommy and Deck.
How are you? Welcome in. When you go to share on the live stream, let me see if I can show it on the video, honey.
Ooh, not showed on the video, child.
Okay, so hold on. So we don't have community tab on this channel, but you see the share when it says share. And you hit the community tab.
Oh, that is funny. It says, hope they have good food in the green room for TR and SS Rose. I love that.
Yes. So you hit share and then you just make a post, guys. But we gonna bring up our guests in a minute. We're gonna bring up.
They know not to drink up all the champagne before they come up.
Yes.
Okay, we don't want them drunk and intoxicated.
Yes. We're gonna bring up.
They're gonna start slurring the words, and you don't.
Yes.
Want
Mommy and Dad, how are you? Welcome in. All right. Are you ready to bring up our guests?
I don't know. Are they ready to be brought up?
All right. Our guests.
Wait a minute.
Ready?
Time out, pause and swallow. Okay. Can we get a signal from the people in the back?
Our guests.
Give us a thumbs up if you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
They are ready, guys.
Bring it to the stage.
Legendary.
Big YouTuber. Y'all ain't ready for this interview.
Right here on the exclusive show, House of X Entertainment. We present to you and we present to others the TR Show and FS Rose. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
How are you guys?
We're doing pretty well. Things always on I would say on an everyday basis, things always can be better. But we are always appreciative of whatever we have and whatever is going on. We find a way to embrace our present and our surroundings.
I know that's right.
All right, all right. Well,
Hey,
hey, FS Rose, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Yes,
it's good to see you
good
guys.
to see you guys. You guys look lovely.
You too.
Thank
All
you.
right. Are you guys ready?
Are y'all ready?
Absolutely. I've been ready. I've already been a little bit late. So now that I'm here, I am so ready.
Okay.
We like the glasses.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
If you would like, you can mail those to us.
Yes.
I'll actually take that into consideration. This one was gifted though, so I might not be able to send this exact one, but I can send one like it.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
love gifts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, do you got the first one or I got the first one?
I think I have the first one.
Okay. So, some of the questions, by the way, are for both of you guys, and then some of the questions are for FS Rose, and then some of the questions are for TR.
I say answer them however you want to answer them. If you want to take one of his questions, he want to take one of your questions. As long as you answer the question, you feel me?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so the first question we ask everybody just to get them comfortable because we all met each other on YouTube. So the first question is, what made you start a YouTube channel?
Okay. I started mine for quite a few different reasons. Some of them are kind of different. But I normally say when I started my YouTube page, it was not for the sake of being a YouTuber, but rather I started my YouTube because I'm from very poor beginnings, and while I was in college, I couldn't afford because I was sending myself to school. My parent didn't send me to college. I was sending myself to college, and during that time, I couldn't afford any hard drive or anything to store my schoolwork on. So then I would normally upload my work on YouTube. And that would be my hard drive to save all my material. So when I play a song, when I do anything, I would upload it there and keep it there for reference. So that's how I started. And then years later, taking us to 2019 was when I took YouTube official. So I went on a tour and I had a mass amount of clips and footages from different shows. And I wanted somewhere to put them. So I put them on YouTube. And then after I put them on YouTube, I was introduced to one of my cousin who was into networking. And then that was how the whole YouTube journey began, really.
Okay. And SS Rose?
Mine's a little bit different. I created the YouTube channel at first because my brother wanted me to watch my nieces and nephew on their channels to make sure that they were behaving. So it was a channel that was started, I think it was it 2015? Remember?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Like I said, to sort of keep an eye out for really more my nieces to make sure that they were behaving. And then in 2019, I decided to become, just a content creator because I was more behind the scenes with TR. And then his cousin, same cousin that sort of got him in, had come over to the house and they were celebrating, was it the 1K? Mm-hmm. They were celebrating their 1K. They had hit 1K days apart from one another. And they had come here and had a stream to celebrate. And she promoted my channel. And I wound up getting like 50-something subscribers. And I got so excited that I kept wanting more. Because it was fun. And watching him and then her growing and him growing my channel that particular day to like 50-something made me want to continue. And, like I said, more behind the scenes with him. And then it sort of just turned into people wanted to see more of me because they would hear me in the background, but they would never see me. So when I got monetized, we decided to do a show together.
Wow.
I know that's right.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So my
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing. So my first question is for TR. All right, TR, the TR show. When you first started on YouTube, did you know that at that time you wanted to have multiple YouTube channels?
I would say when I started YouTube, I already had 3 channels. So for me, it was not even me thinking about having multiple channels. What happened is I had a page that I got locked out of and I couldn't find the password to go back in. So I created another one. And then that one was there and I couldn't go in and I created another one because I've always had password problems. Every time I log into my pages, it's a new password. So that's how I wind up with 3 pages. But then I created 2 other ones after becoming knowledgeable about YouTube and creating contents and separating your audience. That was when I decided to add another 2. So now I have 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Okay, speaking of 5 channels, next question. Is it hard keeping up with all 5 channels?
Absolutely. Very hard, as a matter of fact.
When do you find the time to create the content for all 5?
It's hard, as a matter of fact. One of the pages, I didn't really create any videos for that page. Actually, I created, as a matter of fact, the page was sitting there for years with the same amount of content on there or the same amount of material for a number of years. But recently, I uploaded a video to Glasses Kingdom and accidentally deleted it and didn't want to re-upload it to the same page as to look confused or something. So then I put that video on another page. And then one day I created 3 videos for Glasses Kingdom again. And I'm like, why not put one over to that page? So then I put one of Glasses Kingdom's video over onto that page. And so in that regard, it's not even that I find so much time, but like, for instance, for the TR show, I don't really create contents for the TR show. The TR show, I just hit live and start to talk, and that's it. So that's not so hard. Glasses Kingdom, I create reaction videos on Glasses Kingdom, so that consume a lot. That consume a lot of the time, and then for the other 2, they were kind of left. What's the word again?
In the dark?
Pardon me?
In the dark?
No, I'd say I abandoned them. Yeah? Well, I do neglect them, but that wasn't the word I'm looking for exactly. Dormant. Yes, they were left dormant. So they've been there, but nothing was really going on. Well, the one good thing about Glasses Kingdom has been good in terms of it grows even if I'm not uploading. So I can literally leave Glasses Kingdom for a week and it grows like I was uploading just the same. Like I've had a minimum growth of 200 subscribers per day when I am not uploading.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's amazing.
That gives me time now to pay attention to the other channels.
Wow. We have a question from the audience. Walk With Me Tiffany was asking, are they all monetized? So she would like to know, is all of your channels monetized?
4 of them is.
4 channels are monetized. That's amazing.
Yeah, that
is. Wow. See, look, you guys, you can do it. All you got to do is focus, and you guys can do it. I'm telling you.
But everybody that's in the chat, please use that little bit of information as motivation to keep going on YouTube, because that is amazing to have 4 channels monetized.
Yeah, that is amazing. Okay. So my next question is for both of you guys. You can answer one at a time.
Didn't you just have the last question?
You did.
Yeah, but then you asked the question again.
No, I didn't.
Go ahead, Mary.
I did?
It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. What are some advice you can give to content creators who are newly monetized and want to give up? You know, for example, after some content creators get monetized and they don't see that they're making enough money, or they're not having enough views, or they at a dead end, or they don't know what to do. So what would be your advice to newly content creator that is monetized and want to throw in the towel?
Okay. First, I want to advise any content creator that when you have been monetized, I would say that's where the journey officially begin. So before you got monetized, you were basically almost like trying something like freestyling. When you got monetized, now you have a partnership with a huge company. So now you're kind of employed to a massive network, but you are your own boss. Now,
Mm-hmm.
for you to see your company through and for you to see your company not fail, you have to have a meeting with yourself. So,
Amen.
so if you didn't create a group where you can talk to, you literally have to have a meeting with yourself. That's what I used to do. After I finish my live streams, I'd say, what did I do wrong tonight? Oh my God, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. I probably need to get a new camera. All right, I probably need to do things this way. I probably need to start at a different time. So there are so many things that you have to take into consideration before you throw the towel in. One, you have to find your audience, what type of audience you want to pitch your content to. When you find out the audience that you want to serve, then you need to find out what time are they available to be on YouTube. As soon as you find that out, then you will find out the time when you need to do your uploads or the time when you need to go live. After you find out timing, then you need to find out what aspect or what part of your content they enjoy. And the
Mm-hmm.
strong part of your content, you need to focus on that. So if you were, let's say you were just live and you were talking and they didn't find it very interesting, but you started giving jokes and you realize that they're taking on to that, you might consider focusing on that point and make more videos laughing. If you, like you guys, the way you started tonight, it was really exciting, was really happy, and so people would be attracted to that. So if you can keep a stream or keep your content to where the people like it, then that's where you need to focus. I would say never throw the towel in until you've exhausted every direction and every aspect of being a content creator. So you just got to keep consistent and persistent and keep going, no matter how you feel. So some days, as a matter of fact, I will use this to say, some days when I was on the TR show, I would get up and don't feel like it. I'm like, I really don't feel like going live today. I'm kind of not in the mood. And then sometimes SFOs would be the one to say, the people are waiting on you. I think you should go live. And I would eventually say, you know what? Let me just go live. And I would just take a shower, freshen up myself, and feel.
You know what? SF Rose is right. Go ahead.
Okay. So at the end of that stream, sometimes that would be in my top 10 most successful stream. So it means that there's a point in your life when you're going to want to give up, but sometimes that's when you should really push. Right at the moment when you're giving up, sometimes is the exact moment when you were going to be blessed by someone or something, or that was going to be the day of your life. So never give up because it's not going on. Give up just if you should stop your page or stop if you should stop what you're doing just for the sake of what is going on, that is not a good reason to stop. The reason why you start is the reason why you should continue. And then the reason to stop has to be every other reason except because you're not progressing really. So I would say keep going, going, going until you find it.
Thank you so
I know
much.
that's
That
right.
was really, really great. FS Rose?
So I'm gonna segue onto what he was saying. I'll get these gut feelings, I guess you can call them. So like when he's sitting there saying he doesn't want to go live, something in me will say, go live. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be a good day. But then at the same time, I also feel like it's not, it's the quality over the quantity. So even if there used to be 80 to 120 people in the stream when YouTube was really, really booming, probably like a year and a half ago, and then they started to change everything. For me, I've always felt like you don't need the 80 to 120 people to have a very successful stream.
Right.
Hence, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I started out, I'm not a fan of the camera, first of all. So, and I have big shoes to fill. It's not very easy to be with the king of the community, because then I go live and I feel like, you know, people are waiting for you to fail because he's big. And it's, besides not loving the camera, that's, like I said, very big shoes to fill. So for me, when I got monetized, he had said, people always used to say SF Rose on camera because they would hear me in the background. And I would just speak in the background and I would help. I would say, you know, I would just try to do what I could to help him with the crowd. And if he missed something, I want to make sure that everybody got addressed and stuff like that. So I would try to, you know, and people would say, you know, SF Rose was so welcoming, you know, because it's hard to actually be a host of your channel. It's not easy to go live. You know, in my opinion, I think it takes a lot to go live. Maybe some people find it easier than others, but I actually top my hat off to all of you because I feel that it's definitely difficult. So he had said to me, because we had just started at one point doing This Is Us, but we did it on his channel. We started 1 week, and we started to do it on a Sunday night, and the people loved it. But we had said we were going to do This Is Us, but we were going to also branch out and do things where not just This Is Us, but also This Is Other People. So like, say you two came on, like as a married couple, This Is Us, or we had like a brother and a sister come on. And it sort of drifted away from This Is Us. But then I got monetized, and he said, well, you're monetized now. I'm like, well, I don't really want to go live. And I wasn't a massive content creator, but the people loved some of my videos because I did a bunch of This Is Us. Like some of us behind the scenes moments. And people wanted more of that. And they liked when we would go live together. So he said, if you get monetized, we'll do This Is Us on your channel. So that's what keeps me going. But when things have slowed down, or I've maybe not felt as well to keep going live, say every single Sunday, I slowed down. But what I made myself a promise was I always said I was going to have a concert for my members. So no matter what happens, I stick to that commitment every single month, no matter what, to have my cash giveaway that I promised and my concert that I promised. And anything else that I do in between is just an added bonus. But when I started to feel like I wasn't able to get singers maybe that I loved and felt happy enough about, I don't want to bring somebody out there and just be okay with who I'm bringing on. I want to love who I'm bringing on. So I'd rather bring somebody on once a month and know I love that singer and everyone else will love, than for me to feel, now he might love a particular singer and I maybe am not 100% into it, but being that it's still SF Rose and it's the members, I try not to put on something unless I am for it, because I don't want to have to put on a show and feel like I'm not being myself.
Absolutely.
With who I bring on. So that's where I'm at right now. It's not, I haven't given up, but I've slowed down. And I'm always, but it's not for any, it's not really more for, oh, because I'm not growing and this, that, and the other thing. It's just that I want to bring as much quality as I can bring. So I try to do a few videos. And for me, I have accepted the fact that my videos are definitely not going to be where all my success is on YouTube. It's going to be my live stream. And even though my live streams are not always my favorite, having him by my side to do them has made it a lot easier. But for me, it's still, I still get sweaty palms. And I say a lot because I'm not good at the camera for some reason. I just don't like it. So watching somebody like this, though, have 5 channels and have 4 out of the 5 monetized and have such massive success, those are tough shoes to fill, or follow, I should say. So I just keep my little SF Rose, and we do our This Is Us, and I'm blessed with the members that I have and with the people that I've met along the way. And I'm always just going to stick with quality over quantity. I have a nice circle of people who treat us well. And that's really what it's all about. It's not, to tear anybody down. If you can't build somebody up, then you just don't belong doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna jump around with the questions. Not too much jump around, but I'm gonna ask this before I ask this. The next question is for both of you guys. It doesn't matter who answers first. What are your likes or dislikes about YouTube?
For me, dislikes. Let's go there first. I feel like YouTube is very successful at tearing people down. I'm going to use you guys as a perfect example. You guys have your watch hours on this channel, and if this were a year ago, your 600 subscribers would have been well over 1,000 at this point, and this channel would be monetized.
Yeah.
But because, your personal channels, you had a lot easier time getting monetized. You probably hit your 1K before you hit your 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah.
Now, for me, it always seemed like anybody trying to get the watch hours was the hard part. Now the 1K is the hard part. And who would have ever thought a year and a half ago you'd be saying that?
Yeah.
Because YouTube has taken a lot of things away, and it makes it very hard. You grow in a channel, say 30 subscribers, and you wake up the next day and you've lost 40. So when you go and you do it the right way and it's still taken from you, that's a dislike for me, because I just actually personally stopped networking because I don't really care if my numbers in subscribers, they're at what am I at? 4,000 and something. I had been over 5,000. And then one day I woke up and I had 600 missing.
Wow.
About like maybe a few months back. I lost 603 subscribers overnight.
That's
very
And I got an email from YouTube saying something about like, spam accounts or accounts that are no longer because they got their channels taken away. It's like they went in and did a whole cleanup. And from that day on, even before that, though, I really wasn't networking. I got a lot of my subscribers, believe it or not, back in the day, being in his live stream. That's where you guys went when you wanted, and so it's not so easy anymore.
Yeah.
But when you were looking and you saw him going live, you said, oh, we're going to hit our 1K now. TR's live. Because that's what people used to think. And it would happen. It doesn't happen like that anymore because YouTube takes it away and then people get frustrated. And now it's really sad to hear you guys say, I hope by the end of the year, this channel gets monetized, when you're at 600 and it really should be the end of the month if this were a year and a half ago. And now you've just thrown in the towel basically and said, well, hopefully by the end of the year. It's sad. So that's a dislike for me. I think another dislike is when other channels are doing well and some people, aren't happy and they, maybe say things that aren't necessary. So I'll say more of like childish behavior. And I don't know if I really dislike anything else. What I like is I like to see people do well. and I like to see people supporting like a family. So I'll give examples of that. There's many times where I see you in Glasses Kingdom. Wherever you see TR live, you're there.
Mhm.
Instagram, wherever you find him live, you support. And you don't want anything out of it. You're not looking, one could say, are you looking for a super chat? No, because you're not monetized on this channel. So that to me is genuine. So what I like from YouTube, I can say is there are some genuine people that have definitely come into our corner, in which we've gone back into theirs as well. It's a nice feeling. Like I can name, some people in here. Nikki, she's been a supporter, both of our channels for a long time. And it's not about super chats and it's not about memberships. Sometimes it's really just about meeting somebody who's just genuine, who cares about your well-being. And I can really use Nikki as such a big example because she's not a content creator and she's in here and I see her around, always supporting and just being a friend. And I don't have to know her in person. I don't have to talk to her on the phone. She'll occasionally email me because she's not on all these other platforms, like Instagram or anything. And I'll always send her my link to the email because I know she enjoys my shows.
Mhm.
And people like Mommy on Deck,
Yeah.
That's what I like about YouTube, has created like a built-in family. So it's sort of like when I got with TR, I sort of it's like a marriage of channels who stick by you. So I like the consistency, and I dislike some of them that, maybe used him to get to 1K and then you never saw him again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I like the fact that it has created some nice friendships. So I can say, for me, some people like that are friends sort of that became family. And you don't have to be blood to feel like family.
Amen.
So those are my likes and dislikes. Probably more, but I'm going to...
Yeah, as for me, I personally don't have any dislike. I I personally don't have any dislikes on YouTube. I like many things on YouTube. At one point, there was one thing that I didn't like. I had some friends that I met on YouTube that used to get depressed when they get a lot of dislikes. And I used to hate seeing people sad because they had gotten a certain amount of dislikes and blah, 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 and all of that. But there's a difference. Now, YouTube is a community, and this community is infested with all types of people. So the platform itself is not the problem, but instead the people that operates on this platform are the ones that creates misery in people's lives. So I understand that YouTube as a company has to upgrade its policies and its guidelines to make sure that everybody enjoys YouTube, to make sure that YouTube is a suitable platform for every kind of people to enjoy themselves. Once upon a time, the ISIS people used to behead people right on a live stream. They used to upload killing people, and it was bad for the community. And so YouTube had to change all of that and change how you upload, what you upload, etc., etc. So YouTube, on their part, is doing what is best for the community. When they have their meetings and their seminars, they come together as a group, as a company, and say, okay, this is good, this is lawful, this can be allowed, that is bad, that should not be allowed. And they come together as a collective people and make these decisions. So while I would prefer YouTube to be much easier, I just have to accept that this is what they give us, and we have to make the best use of it. These are the tools provided to work. And so at the end of the day, You as the content creator have to get to work, stick with the rules, and get things done. You can be successful regardless of how hard YouTube is. You can be successful regardless of the things that you might dislike. I hated when they took away the go-to channel when you could just click on somebody in the live stream and go straight to their page. I hated that moment, but eventually it works in some of our favors. We just don't realize, because people used to just click on your page and say done, or say I went to your house, visit me back, and blah blah blah. And some of these people, you would never see them back. You know, they subscribe to you and that's the end of it. You never see them again. So YouTube took away that and the whole networking opportunity for one reason. They wanted everybody who goes to somebody's channel to like it, enjoy what they do, and subscribe to them, but not just subscribe for the sake of subscribe. So they are basically building a platform where you can work hard, create your content, and attract the people who like your content. Because no matter what you do on YouTube, somebody's going to like it. Even people who just sleep on YouTube, people like you sleeping. You know, people eat on YouTube. I don't like to see people eating, but people eat on YouTube, and a lot of people like to see people with this big plate of food that you can't even see them. They're like behind this mountain. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But people like that. ASMR, I see a girl playing with a bottle and making funny noises, and I'm like, what is this? But people like that. Now, as much as music is universal, there are people who would probably consider my music noise. You know, he's so noisy, he comes on YouTube and he's just bang, 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 bang. And so there are people who might not like my music, but there are people who actually like my music. So everybody just need to get what they do and believe. The first thing is that whatever you do on YouTube, you first have to believe in it. Because without your belief in what you do, you can't provide enough conviction for somebody else to believe. So that's it.
Absolutely. We have a question from the audience.
That was funny. I'm sorry.
A question from the audience for TR. What do they think of trolls? What do you think of trolls?
Sometimes, well, I used to be worried about trolls, but a lot of people don't know that a lot of trolls are children. A lot of trolls are children. So sometimes you see you're being bothered. Children get fun. Like normally when you go to school, a child would just throw something at you and laugh at you. They enjoy these things. And so on YouTube, you only see a name. But behind that name sometimes is a really stupid person who is not worth your time. You know, there was one guy who was trolling me one day, and when I went to research him, the guy was so ugly. He literally he had nothing about him, and he get a kick from trolling people. So his education was poor. He didn't look good. He didn't have anything going on for him. And so picking on people, he finally had something to do. So what I would say, don't worry about the names that you see. The names that troll you, it's just sometimes the names are good, but the person behind the name is totally trash and is not worth your time. So never focus on trolls. And as a matter of fact, what you should do when a troll comes to your chat and starting to stir up trouble, the best way to do is ignore them. Don't talk about what they write. Don't highlight it. Don't highlight them. And the first step is to time them out if they are extremely rude. If they're just saying things and it's not rude and it's not against the guidelines of YouTube, let them be. Let them keep typing and just overlook what they're typing and let them type and type and type. But when they go against the rules and the guidelines and policies of YouTube, then that's when you block them. But don't just block them because you're upset because they have a different opinion from you, because trolls normally have several accounts. And when you block them, it's when they come in multiple accounts to make the trolling worse. So the best thing to do is to ignore them. And if they break the rules and, you know, go against the policies, block them and keep it moving.
Okay. Thank
I don't
you.
even remember who had the next question.
I
think you
did.
had
I
the-
do. Thank you guys so much. The next
he's
question
hilarious.
is for FS Rose. At first, when you first started your YouTube channel, you were scared at first to come on when you first started YouTube. How does it feel now, as coming onto your channel and doing your live streams? How do you feel by being on the camera and overcoming some of your fears?
I still don't love it. I think I feel some sense of security knowing that he's next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if he wasn't going to be next to me, I don't know that I don't think I would continue, because I feel like, I don't know. He helps me a lot. No one sees any of that because leading up to the stream, he helps like with the setup. I don't really know how to operate everything like that. Once I get into the stream and I start talking, I feel more comfortable. But like if someone says there's no sound, I'll probably have a panic attack because I don't know how to fix any of that. And he just mastered everything in every capacity on YouTube. So, and I didn't, like everybody has strengths and weaknesses. I don't really know that he has a weakness for certain when it comes to YouTube. And he knows how to navigate through. So like when doing the sound check with you guys, he knows how to just jump in there and make it all happen, where I'm more a novice. So for me, that part of it never improved. We have a lot of equipment and I really don't know, like I said, how to operate it. And I've never really tried, to be honest with you, because I've always had an anchor. So once I get in, I'm saying like about 10 minutes in, I think, like I said, I have some weaknesses because I like to, when I'm live, he kind of makes fun of me because I pick at certain things. Like I want to be able to acknowledge everybody in the chat by typing. And I want to be able to do it on the computer and not on StreamYard, where I can @ the person and the name comes up, and I get very particular. And it takes up time. You guys have seen it when you're on a panel with me because I want to acknowledge everybody and I want to stop in the middle of a stream and acknowledge people again. And then if there's super chats, I want to stop and acknowledge, where sometimes you just have to keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I struggle with that. So like I said, it's not easy to go live. And I top my hat off to all you content creators and all you hosts who sit there going live, make it look so easy. And it's not so easy. So to me, you guys are all talented because, for like I said, it never got any easier for me. I handle it now, and once I get started in talking, I talk. But my streams, even though I want them to be shorter, I can't quite master it. Although he goes longer than expected. That's probably the only thing, but people love it. So it's not really even a weakness. It may be a weakness for himself because he'll say maybe he wants to end in a certain time and then it doesn't end, because he's the type of person who won't end it if a few new people walk in at the very end. He doesn't want to just hit end. He wants them to at least have about 5 or 10 minutes before he ends.
I understand.
So I've gotten a little bit more used to it, but again, like I said, I'm still somewhat dependent because I don't know really all the equipment that we have. Now, I don't know if you have all that equipment or anybody else does, if it's just a matter of you're sitting in front of your laptop and you hit go live and that's it for you. I just know in here it feels a little more complicated. Mm-hmm. So I never really adapted to it because, like I said, this is also a studio for a musician. So I think I might have a little bit of more of a struggle than some others do when they go live to adapt, because it feels like a lot. Like I just feel like I'm staring at a lot. We've got 2 screens and speakers and just a lot. So I'd get nervous if he wasn't by my side. It happened. He left the room once to go to the bathroom during a live stream, and someone's like, "You have no sound." I'm like, "Oh my God, no sound." And I'm like trying to touch all the stuff. I'm like, "How about now?" And I'm like sweating because I'm thinking like, I don't know what to touch, and I don't want to touch something and make a bigger mistake. So I'm more afraid to touch the equipment and that I'm going to like ruin the live stream. So, and everybody else looks like they have it all under control. And I don't know. I don't think
you've been doing wonderful, FS Rose.
I love it when she said that because you sounded like me for a second. I remember one time because Watson knows how to work all of this stuff. I tell him all the time. He makes me look good because I'm just good at the entertainment. I'm not with all the pressing of the buttons and all that stuff. So one time, are you done, Miss Mary? One time we were I don't know if he was sitting with me, but I was here, and somebody said they couldn't hear me. I don't really use mics, but Watson knows how to use the mic and all that stuff. And they're going, okay, they can't hear me. And I'm going, okay, I don't know. I'm sitting here trying to press things. I don't want to make a big mistake. And I'm like, okay, Leo, just take the mic out and maybe they can hear you that way. And I said, when Watson comes back, he can put it back in and fix it because they're telling me they can't hear me and I don't even know what to do. So I just took the mic out. I was like, I'd rather work with less so then I can entertain better and then it just runs smoothly.
Yeah.
I think when there's too many things and you really don't know how to use them, it becomes overwhelming and very confusing.
But even when you're live and all these names are in the chat, it's like it feels like a lot coming at you, and especially if you're on your phone. And I always wondered how he would be able to acknowledge everybody. What I realized is he was reading off their names, not typing to everybody. So as the names were coming and he would say, "Greetings, so-and-so and so-and-so," and maybe he missed a few names, but he would try at certain points to go back and catch whatever names. But I take more time and it makes the stream go longer because I'll stop and I'll start typing. So I stop talking because I'm typing. Whereas I think I started to realize that when you're a host, and so like right now, I'm not really typing to anybody. And I think that's the key. You guys aren't really typing to anybody. You're doing the interview. And it's like I said, I'm starting to learn. And just like we've been messaging back and forth after the stream, I think it went too long and maybe I'm going to try to do this next time because I know that I'm scaring away people on the panel because you weren't expecting to be there for 2+ hours because you have to wake up early in the morning. And it wasn't that I wasn't being mindful of people's time. I just was trying to do everything and please everyone and please every angle and realize that there's room for improvement. You guys gave me advice and he gave me advice. And then I tried to each time move that advice into the next stream and hope that there's an improvement. So that's sort of where I'm at. I think maybe it's gotten maybe a tiny little bit better for me, but again, still room for improvement. Lots of it.
You're doing fine. You are doing fine.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing okay. I used to just think I was
It took Leo a while to learn how to make his own thumbnails.
Let's just throw me under the bus, why don't you?
Learn how to do his own editing. Learn some of the technical stuff, just a little.
Okay, wait. In my defense, I just want to say, because he'll sit there and make me sound like I'm horrible. The thumbnails I could get like that. The problem was Watson wanted to do all of the thumbnails for us. And I said, Watson, the thumbnails are starting to look all the same. I'm thinking that's affecting why people aren't, clicking on some things. Teach me how to do this so I can do my own thumbnails. And I figured my thumbnails would be a little bit better than him. That's why he didn't want to teach me, but it's okay. So then now he went out and got better thumbnails. I said, I can't do all this.
But it's actually good to have each other. Like there's times where I'll be doing something and I'll be like, I can't get this thumbnail, the size. For some reason, it's not fitting. And it's showing like all the thumbnail and then there's all this white at the bottom. What did I do? And like he'll say, send it to me. And then he'll fix it and he shows me how he fixed it. And now I don't need him to do that for me anymore because I know how to do that now. And I'll say, how did you get yours like that? I like that, or even if I'm trying to do anything on another platform and I've seen him do it before, then most things he's definitely mastered and helped me. Once in a blue moon, I might have one or two things I could contribute that would have helped him. But even that is something, because when you don't even have a partner next to you, you're not going to learn that, even that little something. So you have each other to fall back on and lean on. And it definitely does help, because even when I'm trying to do certain things, I'll say, how did you get that? Or how do you do this? Or how come when, and I'll ask all these questions. And because he's either experienced it before, or someone else has asked him, or he's researched it, he'll have an answer for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to, like I said, to have that, I can do my own thumbnails, and I think they're okay, good enough. And I can do my, set up my whole entire live stream, but he sets up the StreamYard part, and then I go in and do the YouTube part. So it's still, like I said, I don't ever set up any of his. I feel like I help in other ways on all his other channels with promoting and support and stuff like that. But like I said, he's mastered more of this stuff, and I just take whatever advice that I can get. And I'm always open for it, as long as it's constructive, because like I said, everybody has room for improvement. So if he does a thumbnail and I see maybe he may have spelled something wrong, I'll say to him nicely, because sometimes he's a jokester. So sometimes he actually does certain things for a reason. So I'll say, I won't be like, you spelled that wrong. What are you thinking? I'll just actually say, hey, did you mean to leave the T off for some reason or whatever, or you didn't see it? And he'll go fix it, So I try, and I would hope he would do the same for me. And I hope anybody would, because you always want to have everything look as professional as possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice, though, to have somebody right next to you who can catch these things and help you grow.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Next question. At one point, you were doing grow streams. What made you want to do that on your YouTube channel?
Okay. As a matter of fact, when I started doing grow streams, as I said, I had a page and I was uploading content. And, I used to post some of my videos on Facebook, and I used to beg people. I said, hey, would you go subscribe to my page and blah, blah, blah. And I used to beg, and nobody would. But one day, the same cousin that I said introduced me to networking, I had like 19 subscribers when I started my journey. And I remember her starting like 3 months after I had been on YouTube. And in 3 months, I still had 19 subscribers. Well, I moved from 4 to 19, but 19 was there for a long time. And one evening, she invited me. She said to me, "Cuz, can you subscribe to my page? I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I would love if you could subscribe to me." So I said, "Sure." I said, "But you, please, would you return the favor and subscribe to mine as well? Because I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to grow my page." And so I subscribed to her. She subscribed to me. Now I have 20 subscribers, and she had like 5. And in 3 days, she was at 100 subscribers. And, in the 4th day, she was like at 200 subscribers. I'm like, what's going on? What is she doing? I don't see what on her page is attracting all these people. I don't get it. How is she moving so fast? And one day, I got a notification and she was live. And when I went into the stream, she had 17 people in there. And I was like, oh my God, she sounded excellent. Whatever she was doing was exciting. And she was giving people shout outs. And she said, guys, this is my cousin. I want you all go support him. And those 17 people in that stream subscribed to me that day. And now I had 36 subscribers. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, this is what she was doing this whole time. And so I started going to every grow stream on YouTube. And within that same day, I had like 150 subscribers. And within a couple of days, I already surpassed her. And that didn't turn out so well for me. She didn't like me after that.
And he was like a kid in the candy store. I would come home from work and he would be like, I went from 85 to 115. Oh my God, I'm at 185. Like, it was exciting. And then when she came to our house that time and I went from like 0 to 50 something, it became like infectious. Like, you wanted to just, when you would stream hop because you got excited. Like, oh my God, I just got 10 in here. Oh my God, I just got 13 over here. Like, it became exciting. And I have to say, when he took it on and decided to do that, he really surpassed, in my book, and not being biased, being honest, pretty much everyone. He became the king of Grow Stream in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I even start getting a lot of haters because I was coming from behind, but I was very fast. As a matter of fact, anything I do, I was normally very fast as a student in anything that I do. Back in college, I used to learn so fast, like things that you would have to pressure kids to learn, I would just get it the same day. When I started learning to drive, I learned to drive the very same day I went into the car, I was driving. So everything was always fast for me. So when I put my mind to something, I stick to it. So I don't pay attention to anything else. I'm into what I am doing. So I normally learn very fast. And so I developed so quickly. And then after I started doing Grow Streams, a lot of people used to enjoy coming and watch their numbers climbing and, you know, just booming. And so it became a thing for not just me, but people used to just love to see others come to the stream and say, hey, TR, I have 25 away from 1,000. And I would just put their channels up and you would just see the numbers climbing like, rrr. And it used to be this happy thing. And I just enjoyed doing that. So it became a thing. So that's how the whole grow stream started.
And then he became the king of 1K. So people would come in and it used to be like, what, like 960, 970 if people came in?
Yeah.
He used to have like, if he saw people with like 970, he made sure they hit well over the 1K. Then it became like, sometimes people would have it like 940, 920 because he started getting so many people in the chat. And it became like I said, people just would come to his channel because they knew he'd get them to 1K. And like he got me my 1K, and he was on tour, and I'd gone into a stream. I forgot where she Haitian. I went into a Haitian channel, and she was really hot at the time. And when he left for tour, I think I was at like 880, I think it was. And I said, I'm not going to network while you're gone because I don't want anyone else to get me to 1K. I want you to get me there. I went into this Haitian channel, and at one day I went in right before he left, and I said, wow, if you're looking to grow, I grew like a lot in this one. And then I remember I was in the 900s. I want to say like probably like maybe 930. And I went back into her channel because I said, he's coming home for a short break, and I want him to get my 1K, but I don't want to do too much. She actually got me. They started jumping and jumping. I think it was like 960, but I was waiting for him. And she got me, it was like 970, 980. I'm like, no, stop. I don't want anybody to connect to me anymore. I'm like, I'm leaving. Don't promote me anymore. Please don't promote me anymore. Because she had a lot of people in her stream. And I remember, like I said, he was very well known as the king of 1K. And people would say, I'm waiting for TR. I want TR to get me my 1K. And I was no different. He got me my 1K. He got me my 2K. He got me my 3K. I always waited for him to do it because he worked hard for everybody. And he had a lot of people come in. So even if he didn't have your name up on the screen that particular day, you were still guaranteed to grow in his stream a decent amount.
I know that's right.
Amen.
You know, like I said, for me, hands down, I'll still say he was definitely the best grow stream.
Yes, he was.
Do you plan on bringing it back, or are you done with the whole Grow Stream?
Eventually, I'm actually waiting on YouTube. So I'm supposed to have a meeting with the president, and when we decide to bring back.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. I'm actually waiting on YouTube because YouTube destroyed networking. YouTube does not support networking, so networking becomes so hard. There's a new way that you can do. You can make it possible to grow in networking, but it is very technical. And one of the easiest way is not to do it in a stream. Like while you have a live stream, it's not the best to network in there because YouTube is actually watching right now, and they are so much against um networking. So they have their police, they send for you and they take away all your people and lock them into a prison and you never see them again. So so I don't do networking right now. If one day YouTube decide to be more lenient with networkers, then I might start again, but right now, no, I'm not going to do that right now.
Okay. Do I have the next one or you?
I think I do. This question is for both of you guys. Please explain how using thumbnails helps on your videos and also hashtags.
All right, I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. Your thumbnail is what will attract the people to your page. So I would not, excuse me, I would normally say your thumbnail is like a billboard. Like when people advertise their things on the street, and when you see something that looks good on the street, you can't help looking at it. Like let's just say for men, you're passing and you see a very nice, sexy girl on a billboard, and you be like, nice, nice. But not just that. Anything that you find attractive or you're attracted to, like food. If you pass and you see a nice dish, a nice meal on a billboard, you'll be like, wow, I'd like to try that. So that is the same thing for your thumbnail. You want your thumbnail to be appealing so it grabs somebody while they're browsing. You want when somebody's browsing on YouTube, your thumbnail caught their eyes and they'll be like, oh, I'll stop here. I'll click on this to see what this is about. Because that's what it's really about. You want to make when somebody look at it, they'll be like, yeah. I haven't developed well enough in that area, but I know how to help people to develop themselves in that area. So thumbnail, very important. As it is for hashtag, there are some things that is very important about hashtag. You want to make sure that your YouTube name is always a hashtag in whatever you do, because the more often you put a hashtag into any search engine, it becomes more popular to the site. So when somebody is searching for you, you're more easily accessible because of the amount of times you placed the hashtag House of X Entertainment. So it's almost like YouTube count the amount of time that has been entered into the search, and then it becomes a thing. So when you search for some names, like when a new song come out for a Beyonce or for a Maroon 5, and you type it in, and sometimes depending on what you type in, it would come at the top, and depending on what you type in, it would come like fourth, fifth, sixth. So the amount of time somebody search for you is how they place you at the top. And so it's important to have hashtags of things that people search for. So for instance, you upload a content that nobody knows is there, but they're searching for something else that has the hashtag what you have on your video. Your video will actually come up in that search as well, just because of the hashtag. So hashtags and the thumbnails, very important. I said it was going to be short. That's like forever.
Oh my god!
I don't really need to even answer that one. What he said, I said.
Yeah, I think that sums it up. Here we
Okay. Next question. On your channel, you have a monthly panel. What was the inspiration for having a panel discussion?
The one I do?
Yes.
So somebody approached me, and I think it was actually what happened was TR had a stream on the TR show. He had done a stream, and it got into some topics about, like, I think they were talking about wearing your wedding ring, cheating. They were having some kind of discussions, and then a couple of people approached me and said, you should talk about this in your stream, or you should do a stream and talk about this. So I think I actually said, you know, it's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll consider it. 2 people came to me saying, you should talk about these things. And it was people in that particular stream who inboxed me. So I went to a couple of people and said, I don't know if I want to just do it with just us. Maybe we can get a diversified panel up there. So I went and asked certain people. So like I said, it was very hand selected in what I thought would make a very nice panel with total different opinions, different lifestyles. I thought it was important to have a nice variety up on the panel. So it seemed I got a great response from it from the first one. So I said, why don't we try to do a second one? And then when I did the second one, it still seemed like people want a third one. And I kind of want to stick with, for the most part, like say you guys can't come up one time, then I'm hoping the next time that you can. I want to keep everybody that we had. And if only 1 or 2 can't make it in a particular week or in a particular month, I'm going to probably move forward with it with the hopes that the following month they'll be back. I'm not sure that I want to add any more because I feel satisfied with the group that we have. And I said July wasn't going to happen because the Ms. Yo-Yo show had surgery on her throat. Although she is able to talk, I wasn't certain she would have been able to. So being that we're already past the middle of July, I'm going to rest out on July, and I'm going to hope, like I got your dates that you're available. I'm going to reach out to Mommy on Deck and everybody again and hope that we could get at least, if not all of you, at least most of you to do it, because it seemed to work. And it was very, for me, I like to hear, I'll say how the other half lives. You know, it's nice to hear how other people see things, how other people do things. And actually, sometimes it strengthens the relationship that you're in. Because maybe you didn't see something a certain way, and maybe all along you would be butting heads with your partner, and then it only took somebody else on a panel to give a suggestion on how they do something, and you never actually knew that way existed. You never thought about it, but then you implemented it, and it seems to help your relationship. So going to continue to do it, but it was actually, I was approached by a couple of people from a stream he had done and suggested a couple of topics. So I thought, and I immediately reached out to Mommy on Deck, you guys, and a couple of other people, and everybody seemed down for it. So then I started to say, well, what topics would you like? And then, like I said, then I just decided to do 3 topics. And I think the next one, I'm just going to stick to 1 topic. Because it seems like we all have a lot to say. So if we just sit for 1 topic with a lot to say, it's still a good stream.
Yeah.
Work in progress, you know. But yeah, I enjoyed that actually, you know, and I'll continue to do it. But it was suggested to me.
Thank you for sharing that.
I think you got the last turn because I'll go to the next
I have a
category.
couple of them. Okay. The next question is, what would you say to the critics that have the wrong impression of you because you're winning on YouTube?
Well, I'd say if you're upset about my winning, just let me know that you want the antidote, because I'm ready to provide it. I am willing to give you whatever you need to have the success that I have. So everything that I do, I don't hide it. So if there's somebody who wants to be as successful as I am, all they need to do is to say, hey, how do you do that? I am willing to tell you exactly how I do it, what I do, and everything that you need to be successful, I am willing to give it to you. So for those who have the wrong impression of me, reach out to me and talk to me. And even if you get hurt or you feel bad about something that I've said, all you need to do is reach out to me and ask me why. And why would you do that? Because I'm a very understanding person, and I am willing to accommodate anybody who's willing to have a chat. Because sometimes I say things and it is not directed at a particular person, but they are offended nevertheless. I am willing to talk to you And if it can be fixed, I am willing to fix something to make you happy. So that's basically me.
And that's actually very true. What people don't realize, when he's doing well, he doesn't just say, well, you know what? I'm not going to tell anybody about this person, who's very supportive. I'm not going to do this. He literally, if you come to him and you say, how did you do this? He's going to map it out for you. So he doesn't try to hold anybody else back. He's doing well and he doesn't care if somebody else does well. As a matter of fact, he encourages somebody to do as well as him. And if they do better, so be it.
I know that's right.
Yeah, and to close this, I will say there is no YouTuber that can run YouTube into bankruptcy. They have it all to pay you. So it doesn't matter how much you see I am getting, you can get what I have and you can get more. All you need to do is work for it.
Amen. Amen.
You want to ask this, and then we can go to the next category.
Okay. Okay. This for both of you. Either one can answer. One person can ask. Please explain how important the share button is. Your handwriting is so
nice.
Yes, you tried it.
Lots of practice.
The share button?
Yes.
I feel it's very important, actually. I feel what's even more important with the share button, and not everybody does it. I feel that you should share it so that the actual person who's live knows it was shared. So tagging in the share, just to see that extra support, because otherwise you really don't know. But for me, if I share something out and it comes up on somebody's wall and somebody's like, oh, SF Rose is over here, I'm going to come over here and stop by. Or, oh, wow, TR's over here. And if TR's saying go over here, I'm going to go over here. I think it's very important that you try to help others. Now, I will not tell you as I sit here that I share every single solitary person out, because I'm not, and maybe it's a fault. So I usually share when I'm going somewhere, or if if I'm planning to go into somebody's stream. I know other people, he might share someone out even if he can't make it there, just to give the extra support. And I actually even agree with that. I do believe people should just try to give support, even if you can't be in there personally. You sharing it out is still showing support.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's there for. That's what the button is there for. It's there to share.
Okay. YouTube checks and count on every single participation. It doesn't matter how you participate in anything on YouTube. YouTube sums it up all in their statistics at the end of the month to say, okay, you got 10 likes, you got 12 shares, you got 10 views. So it's all a part of it. So like is a part of participation. Dislike is also a part of participation. It doesn't affect your channel. Sharing is also a big deal. Away from just providing the fact of being kind, to share somebody out, it does something. Because when I share you out, all the people in my community see the live stream and actually see the movement going on while you're live. And it is left up to their decision if they want to be there. So it helps in every aspect of the way. So I would say it is 100% effective and important for you to use it as much as you can. It helps your page with YouTube. As I said before, YouTube provide you with statistics of how many times you've been shared out. YouTube consider you important, and it helps with the whole algorithm of how you reach the people and all of that. So yes, very important.
Thank you so much for explaining that to the audience.
So we're going to go to the next category.
We're going to switch and go to the next category.
What is it, marriage or relationship?
The next category is marriage and relationship.
Do you got the link first?
I think. What is your question? My question is this. I think I have the first one.
You got it.
Okay. Question number one. No. First question in this category is, when did you guys first meet?
We met 3.5 years ago, and yeah, that's it. You asked when, so 3.5 years ago was when we met. Next,
Do you remember the date?
yes, I remember the next question.
I can't.
Oh, I see. He gonna try to breeze through all of these
Yeah,
questions.
he's gonna try to breathe through. Okay.
Just to help you, I don't have that many questions. Maybe like
Next
two more.
question is: what are some pet peeves you both have for each other that make you go like, okay?
We'll be here a while if he's.
Well, you could just list two.
Okay, all right. From my perspective, or one of my, I don't even know if it is considered a pet peeve, but I will just say the length of her talking is mine.
Oh my
Is that
god!
one that can be considered one? When she's not pleased about something, she talks a very long time, and sometimes I'd rather to make it a bit shorter, and so that's basically it. I don't have any more.
F.S. Rose.
Oh, so I'll just actually work into this one and say, well, if you would make it easier to solve the issue, it wouldn't be this long.
Oh my
God.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, good.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Next question is: what are your favorite meals to cook for each other?
We actually don't eat a lot of the same things. So sometimes SF Rose will cook something that only I eat. So she's just cooking basically for me. So she would have to answer what she likes cooking for me. On my hand, I am a freestylist. I don't have menus that I see anywhere. I'll just get up one morning and say, all right, let me mix one egg with some carrot, with some onions, some tomatoes, and I would just make a random meal that is just basically my thought. And she would say, oh, I like this. But I didn't really learn it anywhere. It's just me thinking that this can work with this, and that possibly could work with that, and that could work with that. So I would say she loves potatoes and carrots. So that's my favorite to make for her. I can make a good meal with potato and carrots, and with the right ingredients and seasoning, I can provide her with her favorite potatoes and carrots.
Potatoes and carrots. I have
All
to try
right.
that.
I'll just actually say the only thing that I don't love cooking for him is rice.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, rice and I just don't get along. I don't know why. And I was doing it good for a while. And I don't know what happened, but for some reason, and he loves rice. So I know that if it doesn't come out like perfect, he'll tell me. And I'm a people pleaser. So I start to feel like, oh God, should I make it again? Let me try again. I just want to keep making it. But yeah, there's a lot of things I am allergic to fish and seafood, but I'll still make him salmon because he likes it. So I like his soup. We make soup sometimes together. We help each other when we're making soup. Huh?
No, she said hands down one of my favorite interviews.
Oh.
Thank you, Tamina.
Thank you, Mommy on Deck, because it's all about the pot. I actually agree with you because I tend to notice now certain pots that I use, it comes out awful when I use a certain pot. But when it comes to cooking, actually, so I like his soup. And I think I make good soup, but I think he makes great soup. So when he's maybe making the soup, I might peel the carrots and peel the potatoes. I'll try to help, but I like the way he seasons it. I just feel like he knows, he cooks it the right amount of time, just a little bit better than myself. I would say he edges me out a little bit on the soup. But I just am really up for anything cooking wise. I'll say, are you hungry? Do you want this, or this? And sometimes he'll just say, just, cook, I'll have whatever you're having. But then other times he'll want something specific. So, but he doesn't actually, he does sort of just whip things up.
Yeah, and if I may just add to what she's saying, even though she would say she gives me the edge of cooking certain meals, I can actually say yes, I do cook very good soup, but I want to say as well, SF Rose is a very fast learner with anything that has to do with the culinary arts, if that's what you how you call it. But anything to do with cooking and baking, she will take a couple of minutes into 1 hour to make you the exact thing that you've just made. So she's a very fast learner in the kitchen. So, she's very good at what she does in the kitchen. So I have to give her props for that. I wouldn't even say I make better soup than her. It's just that sometimes when some people cook some things, the same thing, theirs tastes better than yours, but it is not because it is really better. It's actually the same, or but yeah.
But he made a really good soup last week. It was really
That's
good.
what's up.
And I said, I don't know if it's because we hadn't had soup in a while. He'll say sometimes like, oh, I'm like, did you like it? And he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it because I was hungry or if I actually liked it. Like in general, like it'll be like the big joke. I'm like, did you like it because you were starving or because you think you actually liked it? I think this soup though had nothing to do with being hungry. I just think this batch of soup for me was my favorite batch. I'm like, we've been making soup for 3.5 years. And for some reason, the soup last week, I had 2 bowls. It was so good.
Wow, that's
what's up.
amazing. That's amazing.
Don't feel bad. I haven't mastered rice either. Shh, don't tell nobody.
It's the
One
pot.
time he was here and I was trying to cook it and it didn't come out right.
It's
And I was
the
like, this is
pot
why I don't
you
even come
use.
in the kitchen because this is not for me.
It's the
And like, you
pot
know what it is?
use.
Rice is something that he ate growing up. Like it was like something in
It's
his
a
everyday thing. So for
It's a
me,
tradition.
I feel like I'd rather just not make it. And like he makes the dumpling, right? It's a dumpling.
Oh, I love
And
dumplings.
I'll make the soup and I'll say, all right, it's time for the dumpling because he knows the amount of flour to the ratio of the water to a T. And when he's like moving it around and he masters that so well that I don't have a problem making the soup part, but I'll be like, all right, when it's down to like the last half hour, I'm like, all right, can you make the dumpling now? Because I don't even eat dumplings, so I don't know exactly the proper, like I said, flour to the water. And yeah, I could probably learn that much, but I know he really loves them. So I leave that part for him at the very end.
And there's just one reason why she, as much as she's a fast learner, she's not great at freestyle like myself. So for her, anything with measurements, she can go through with it. Now for me, I just take some salt and just pour it in and just take a splash of this and there's no measurement when I'm making rice or dumplings. So that is where she struggled because there is no 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of rice, 2 teaspoons of water, and 2 lemons.
We just pour.
Yeah,
I just pour.
And I'm more by the book, so I'm reading like the bag of rice, and it'll say 1 cup of water if you want this many to serve this many people. I'm like, okay, 1 cup of water, and then okay, 2 cups of rice, 1, 2, and then I literally go by the book, and I'm like, I followed the instructions, and it said on low, covered on medium, and 15 minutes. I'm like, so why isn't that coming out like yours?
Sometimes it's not good to follow the instructions.
And that's why some things are better for him because he's done it for all his life. So he just can literally look at it and say, all right, this much rice, all right, this much water, dash of salt, and he could know how long it's going to stay in there and put it on the plate and it looks all nice and fluffy.
That sounds like me.
So rice must be a part of y'all culture.
All right, I just say quickly for those who wants to make rice without measurement, all you have to remember is don't flood the pot with water. Use the steam from the pot cover to really cook the rice. So you just need to put it just right above the rice, like right on top of the rice, the water, and then cook it on low fire and allow the steam from the pot cover to do the real cooking.
And get a steel iron pot. A steel iron rice pot. Okay. What is your favorite place you guys like to go to eat?
I'd say we don't have a favorite, but you can easily find us if we are going to eat out. You're going to easily find us at Wendy's or at a Mexican restaurant. We both like Mexican food, so I can say, you could easily take us to a Mexican restaurant and we would have fun there. But we used to eat different things, like from the Italian. I love a particular dish from the Italians, and she loves her particular dish. So we don't have a favorite place, but we do have a few places that we would go.
Like if we're going to the airport by JFK, we're going to go to the Door, which is a Jamaican restaurant.
Yeah.
In Queens.
The Door.
It's right, like about 5 minutes from JFK. Mommy on Deck knows. That's where we're going to go if we're going to be in the Queens area. We'll eat there. There's just certain things like, actually, I don't know if it's actually, wait, I'm not sure if it's, are you by Yonkers?
No,
We can get there though.
we can get there.
What's it that Texas de Brazil, I think it's called. It looks like a really good place, and like we both like looked at it one night. We were going to go, but the wait was so long when we were in Connecticut. But they have one I think is in Yonkers, and we considered trying to go there. Like we're willing to try certain things. He likes things very spicy though, and I don't. So, and it's more because I feel like I have to constantly drink because it's so spicy that I get full on drinking. Just
That's
even
why I'm
water
like, oh
because
my
it's so
God.
spicy. Where he can eat a habanero pepper on its own and say it's not spicy.
Yes, the Door is good for. Oh, I have to try that. I've never been to the Door.
So wait, there's a restaurant called The Door.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in Queens, like 5 minutes from JFK.
okay.
I gotta go there.
And yes, that would be my favorite place to eat if we were in that area.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I got the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. How did your family feel when y'all said y'all were getting married?
Well, as for me, that was never a problem because I first of all, I am getting married to the woman that I love. I really don't care how my father feels, how my mother feel. So I didn't even tell them that I was doing it. I just do it because I would have said it to them had it been back in the days when we could do a ceremony. But because it was COVID and nobody could attend, I just say, okay, let's just do this. And it just happened so fast because we already had what we wanted as a couple. We loved each other enough to say that this is what we want forever. So it wasn't a hard choice to make. So one day we just get up and say, okay, let's go, let's do this. So by the time we think of it, it was already done. So by the time we should tell all the family that we're doing this, we were already married. So we get married first, and then we say, hey, Mom, I'm married. And she was like, what? How could you? And, so my parents was kind of like, how could you get married and not say to me first before you do it? I said, well, I was living with this lady this whole time, and you all know. So what would you think was going to happen? If I spent 2 years with one person, something is in there.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done it before, except with one person because that was by default. But I've never lived with anybody like that. So when I'm living with somebody, of course, what do you expect is going to happen?
So I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit. So I'm not certain if you guys know that we actually got engaged on YouTube.
No.
Oh wow!
Really?
So we got engaged on TR News and Reviews. Was it the monetization celebration? So I had no
that's so
idea.
cool.
We never really talked about it. And people would always say to me, like, are you married? I would say I'm married to my relationship. Because that's, for me, how I am. And I never said to him, like, hey, it's been 2 years. What are we doing? I never said any of that. I was fine with it. I felt like, we were definitely committed to one another, and I was fine. So when that stream happened, I was like, wow. And I would say about a little over a month later, we wound up getting married because we had a small discussion, and it was in the middle of the pandemic where everything was very much shut down. So it was last year we got engaged in July and we got married in August. So you couldn't travel, you couldn't do anything, you couldn't actually even go to any kind of a venue and get married.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even actually go to the court and get married. We actually got married on our balcony via Zoom.
Yeah.
The mayor married us from the town. So I said, why don't we, I don't know how long this pandemic is going to be. It doesn't look like there's any kind of end in sight. And we're just going to sit here and not be able to plan anything. Well, at least we could get married and move on with life being married. And when things open back up, let's do it the right way. Let's go and actually be able to celebrate with everybody when we can actually celebrate. But I didn't think I said to him, you know, we might wait 3 years. If you're okay with that, I'm okay with it. But I think, you know, moving forward with the union, fully moving forward made more sense. And then we could actually have another ceremony and a reception when it makes sense. Mm-hmm. So we didn't sit and advertise it because, you know what, quite frankly, we had it booked with the mayor and we wound up having a storm and we lost power. And there was a chance it wasn't even going to happen because we were down with power for what, like 3 or 4 days? And we weren't even sure if we were going to be able to actually get our power back, not just in our home, but in the town. So we just didn't say anything. And then actually the morning we got married, he went live in the afternoon and he actually put it across. He did like a montage. I didn't even know, and introduced us as a married couple. So mark my words, now that things are opening back up, and in case you're not really sure that we haven't fully, you know, nailed it down, there is going to be, I want to get married in Jamaica and I want to get married here. I don't need it to be huge, but I would like the people in Jamaica who maybe can't afford to travel here to be able to celebrate there. And then I want to be able, you don't want to?
Huh?
You don't want to?
Want to do it?
Celebrate?
I was actually reading Mommy's on deck comment.
Is it really your bedtime?
Are you getting tired?
No. SF Rose's voice is just therapy.
So we are going to have a wedding here, and I want to have a wedding in Jamaica. And I would like that, being that, you know, you only get married once.
Okay.
I would like it at some point. Not big, though.
Oh.
One. I think, yeah, just one. I'm probably going to skip.
Wait, what do you mean skip? I have one last question.
This one. I was going to go to this one.
Are we going to the next category or is the next question?
We can go to the next category.
So we're not doing the next question?
No.
Oh. Well, how you have me write down all these questions then?
Well,
Miss Mary,
girl.
honey. Oh, not over time, honey.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll cross out this and go to the next category.
Yeah, we're going to the next category.
That's fine. The next category is music.
Mm-hmm.
We'll speed this up a little bit because I don't want him to get tired on the camera. You have the first question or you want me to go to the first question?
You can go to the first one.
Okay. On your YouTube channel, you play music. What made you add that to your channel?
That's what I was first. Everything else that I do comes after music. Music was the first profession, or should I say the first character of myself that was recognized from a very tender age. So music was always first in my life in every aspect. So music is kind of mandatory. So I wouldn't even ask how did music get there. I'd ask about everything else because music is mandatory in my life. Music has to be there.
Okay.
Not mandatory. All right.
I just broke this guy.
FS Rose, how does it feel to be married to an entertainer, and what are some of the pros and cons you have about it?
So the pros, I can have 24/7 entertainment. So for me, like what nobody sees, like there's certain days where he's just sitting here with his guitar in his hand and just creating just beautiful music.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's too humble for people to even know how good he is. So there's times where like I'll walk in and I just look and he'll look at me and I'm just like, keep going. You know, I could 24/7 if I didn't have to leave the house and I could just sit here watching him make beautiful music. I feel blessed. I'm a music lover. So for me, that's a massive pro. Getting to see him on stage doing what he loves. Now I'm saying entertainer as far as musician, because actually that's the entertainment I know first.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, when you said, when did we meet? And he said 3.5 years ago, we actually did meet at a show in New York.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And he was on stage, you know, just, he's so good. And I'm not saying it again because I'm with him. Because if somebody to me isn't good, I'm just not going to say anything. But for me, when somebody is good, I'm like, wow. Sometimes you would sit here and your jaw would drop to the ground if you would hear what he does. And he just won't do that to everybody because he's humble. So you'll see bits and pieces come out and you're like, whoa, you know. So for me, that part is, I'm in love with that part. Being able to hear it every day, and just seeing him, like, I didn't think it was possible for him to get any better than he is.
Mm-hmm.
And he just amazes me with that. As far as like entertainer, being like a content creator, a host with the TR show, he's somebody who I used to always joke and say, for the man who really doesn't say much, you said a whole lot today. Because he either talks for 5 hours or doesn't talk at all.
Mm-hmm.
So to watch him, when he said to me, I'm gonna do well on YouTube, I just couldn't understand it because I really didn't know what he was doing, what he meant, because I never really watched him sit and have conversations like that. But the minute he hit live, it was like he was born to do it. So watching made me proud because he became so popular so quickly and people just loved it. And I was happy to see so many people enjoying it. The cons, I'm sure you all know what my answer is going to be on that one. Just what comes with the territory of him being, I'll say, a famous musician on stage. There's going to be people throwing themselves at him, and some people know I exist, others don't know I exist, but nonetheless, most people don't care. So
You don't exist.
it's rough. So I would say that's difficult. And then even on YouTube, he's very popular, and if he goes into a stream and so, oh, TR, oh, you know, like, and, you know, I'll just say it's like the excessive flirting, you know, sometimes I'll feel it's crossed the line. And then I have to take steps back and remind myself it's a show. So it's not so easy all the time, but this is what he does. So, and he's good at it. So I just have to be better at tolerating some of the stuff that I feel really shouldn't happen. And it's not so much I'm saying that he does it, it's some of the other people. And he reacts to the other people. So that would be, for me, the con. I don't know that there's many others. Where he says that when we're maybe not agreeing on something and I make it long and drawn out, some of his live streams can be long and drawn out, and especially when he goes live and says it's going to be a short one, and then 3.5 hours later,
because it's work.
But he's good at what he does.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Yeah, I know.
I have the next one.
Yes.
Okay. How many instruments do you play?
Currently, I'd say 4. No, 5 actually. 5. So I play a little bit of drums. I play the bass. I play the piano. I play the guitar, and I play the harmonica.
All right.
He said the harmonica.
Harmonica.
Oh, harmonica.
Yeah, you know the thing they hold to the.
I know what a harmonica is. You tried it.
Okay.
I didn't clearly hear him. I thought he said the pumpernickel. I'm like, what is that?
All right. All right. TR.
And just for clarification, Steve Urkel plays that in Family Matters. Okay, Miss Mary?
All right.
Don't come for me, girl.
TR. You have played locally, internationally. What is your favorite place you went to play?
I've played so many countries in the world. I literally can't remember my favorite country that I've performed. But I've performed in so many countries, and I don't remember which was the favorite. Because different things could contribute to a show being the favorite. But at the end of every show, I am never satisfied with what I did on the show. So I normally come off the show and be like, God, I should have played that. I should have played it this way. So I don't remember if I was ever happy with what I did on stage. When I come off stage, I always think that I could do more or I could do better. So, but in terms of the country, Paris was a great place to perform. Italy was a great place to perform as well, and Africa was a great place to perform. The people in Africa they're crazy. It doesn't matter what you do. You could just stand up with your guitar and hold it up, and they'd be like, yes, yes, you know, they're going crazy. So Africa gives you the energy to perform. So that's a great place to perform.
Wow.
And let me tell you something about him. He beats himself up over his performances. Every performance, he'll always find something wrong with it. He could be sitting here working on a track, and he'll keep going at it and going at it. And I'm like, do you not realize how good you are? I don't understand why we have to keep having this conversation. Like, I can't begin to tell you how good that sounds right now. What are you fixing? And then eventually he'll be like, it does sound good, doesn't it? But it takes a long time. And I can tell you hours before I was like, stop, it's perfect. Trust me. He never looks like after it and will say anything about himself. He'll always point out, like, don't post that. I made a mistake in there. I don't like the way this sounded. I'm like, what mistake did you make? So he's hard on himself.
It's perfection.
Yes, he's always looking to make it better when I don't know that it needs to be, because I think it's already great.
Understandable. Next question. For people that want to book you, wait, hold on. Yes, for people that want to book you, what is your booking fee?
Fee?
Coins.
I've never been well. That's not true. At this current time, I don't normally be booked as an independent artist or as a solo act. So I normally work with a band, and that's normally a collective decision for how much the band will charge for a show. I am currently working on being an independent artist, which since I've started that, it was just right around the time of COVID. So I have not yet been booked as an artist, but I am currently working on materials that would determine how much I value when I perform. So I want to put out a streak of materials out there, and hopefully the people will love it. And depending on how much I'm loved out there, that would determine my value in terms of how much people would want to pay to see me. Because right now, if I just decide to be booked for a show, I'm not sure how many people would say, let me pay $25 to see him. Or I'm not sure if I could go to a promoter and said, hey, give me $10,000 to perform at this show, or give me 15,000 to perform at this show. Because right now, if somebody should reach out to me, I'm going to charge them really what I think I am worth, but then I don't have anything to show that I am really worth that. And when I say this, somebody who is new would want something to see what I've done. But most of my work was with other artists, and so I don't have anything right now as an independent artist. I'm still working on my album, which is not yet finished. So until then, I can't say that I would charge this fee or that fee. I'll just, work with the day when it comes, and just, charge what I think is feasible for me and the person who is trying to book me.
Oh, we have a question from.
Yes, Tiffany said, "Do you play at weddings?"
Yes, I do. I think I've played at several, as a matter of fact.
Okay. I have the next one, right? All right. All right. Yes. FS Rose. What are some ups and downs you have about being a producer and managing many artists in the industry?
Well, I don't really manage, I should say, as much as I just have certain, I'll call it relationships with a lot of musicians. And when I mean relationships, I just mean business. As far as management is concerned, I have a couple in mind right now that I would love to invest in, but I haven't really come to that part yet. As far as the producing, my production has been very short. As far as, I've actually only legitimately gone into the studio and I've done 2 songs with the same singer, which was Dwayne Stevenson, actually the one who was the members concert last month. TR's actually played those songs on his show before, and I think one of them right now is actually on my channel, where I did the making of Let It Be. So I just had it's usually with me, I had a vision. And being that he and I are good friends, I wanted him to be the first person that I did the production with, because I was still a novice. I plan to get back into it. It's just that with the pandemic, and even before that, I hadn't really pursued it. And I started to realize when TR was playing the songs on his channel that it has potential. And started to realize, wow, I was part of this. And I can definitely see being part of more. But at the same time, it's not fully lucrative unless you can put the songs out there and find success with them. So right now, that has to be something that can't be on the top of my priority list unless it's going to pay the bills. So it's more a secondary thing for me right now. So that would be the con. The pros of it is just I love music. And if I'm choosing who to work with, then it's just a blessing. Okay. And it's a blessing for somebody to actually, for me to ask somebody to do a project with me and them to say yes.
We have a question or a
no? This is just a comment.
Oh, a comment. Okay. You have a new single trying to get into the entertainment business. What would your advice be, or your advice?
Go again. Say that again.
You have a new single trying to get into the entertainment. Singer trying to get into the entertainment business. Okay. What would be your advice? What advice would you give to the up and coming artists?
Okay, I want to tell this person to be comfortable with yourself, like to be connected with yourself, be happy with what you're doing, and do it to the best of your ability. So if you're writing a song, or you're producing a song, or you have somebody producing a song for you, make sure that you're happy with the production. Make sure that you put all your all in it, and make sure that you're convinced or convicted of your own performance, that you can provide this conviction to the audience who will listen to you. You have to remember that it takes very hard work, and music is jealous. So it takes a lot of practice. So if you're coming into the business as a singer, make sure that you don't only sing when you have a recording or you sing when you're performing, but you have to constantly keep your voice active. So not because you don't have a performance today or you don't have a recording today, you need to sing at least 3 songs. I'm just saying 3, but you need to sing as much as possible and keep your voice active. Whatever you do, if you play an instrument, you need to keep yourself active, because it will leave you for a minute. If you don't pay music attention, music will disown you when you return. You will know that you need to do it, but it won't show you favor. You will have a lot of mistakes and a lot of crap, and it will not be good for you. So just put your all in it, and make sure that you're happy with your production when you're done with it, and then you put it out there.
We have a question from Maria. Do you ever get nervous to sing or play in front of people?
I used to back in the day, but I couldn't remember the last day I was nervous to perform. I've done it so many times. I think I can't count the amount of times that I've performed, so I don't get nervous anymore. And I want to say that I have performed to the largest crowd that ever exists. I've performed to a stadium that was packed until people had to stay outside. And these are some of the largest stadiums in the world. So I've performed before the largest crowds, so I don't get nervous anymore when I'm performing.
Okay, thank you for that.
Okay, my next question is for SS Rose. We touched on this a little bit earlier when Watson had asked you a question. Being married to an entertainer, when do you wait? Hold on, let me make sure I read this right. Being married to an entertainer, when do you know when a woman has crossed the line?
I just feel there's certain things that people will do, and when it makes me feel sick in my stomach, that they could do certain things like that. Now, you can ask him the same question, or you can ask, I'd say, another guy the same question, or a couple of females the same question, and I'm not sure we would all have the same answer.
Okay.
I don't know. There's just certain, like, you just get a feeling when you get a vibe where you could just tell that they don't care if you're his wife. They don't care anything. They're just going to want what they want. Then there's other times where, they're just happy to be meeting the guitar player on stage. You can sometimes separate it and really know that someone's intentions are just innocent. They're just so happy, like just to be around the person. And then there's others where you just get that gut feeling that there's an agenda.
I personally would answer the question by saying, if you are a female, you have crossed the line. You don't have to do anything.
That's not true.
That's what I say. And I have very good cause to say this. And I can tell you why I say this. SF Rose will not agree. And most women probably will not agree with me. But this is how I see it. I do a show. And at the end of the show, I am talking to a woman. There's nothing in my actions to say there is nothing going on. And SF Rose will feel some sort of a way by the fact that I'm having an engagement with a woman by just creating a conversation. Now, why I say this, I can finish a show and talk to a guy after the show, and there's no feelings. There's no ill feelings. There's no suspicion. There's no thought that something could be going on there. But if I walk off the stage and I'm talking to a female for more than 2 minutes, then there's a level of suspicion start building. And if my phone ever come out to take some information, it's a problem. And I'm saying this is not going to be a problem if I'm doing the same thing with a guy. If I walk off the stage and a guy say, "Hey, I really like how you play. Can I have a contact for you because I'd love to link up with you?" That is not going to be a problem. But a woman, that's going to be a problem. So I'm saying, if you are a female, you have already crossed the line just by being a female.
There's a lot of women in this chat that will agree with the fact that there's women out there who don't care. Now, I know that the man who's saying, "I like what you do," doesn't have any other motive other than, and I know that even if a man had another motive, he's personally not going to entertain that because that's not his preference.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a woman and she looked nice and says, "Oh, sometimes a woman says what the man wants to hear," when in fact she has an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever signed autographs? And like, where's the anyone asked you ever to sign their arm or boobs or anything like that?
Yes, I've signed autographs of different sorts. I even signed a woman's breast one time. I almost fainted. I walked off the stage and she opened her blouse and she lifted her breast and said, "Can you sign here for me?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I signed it there and keep it moving. So yes, these things happen at shows.
I'm assuming this is before the pandemic.
Probably so.
I can't check mine.
Oh, okay.
He's going to check. Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You can ask one more and then I'm just going to skip mine because we're way over time.
Oh, okay. Why? Is it getting too late for that?
No, I'm just saying we're over time.
Oh, okay.
You're sure.
Okay, next question. How long have you been entertaining?
What was that?
How long have you been entertaining?
Okay, I've been in the entertainment industry for professionally for over 12 years, but I've been playing for 32 years. No,
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I've been playing for 32 years, but professionally, I've been in the entertainment business since 2009.
Oh.
Yeah. But I've been playing around for over 20 years, and I've been playing the instruments for 30 years.
Do you have a favorite instrument?
Yes, the guitar is my favorite instrument.
Okay. I have this, and then do you want or
no? Just do that one, and then we're gonna go into the surprise.
Okay. Last question is what's your favorite platform for you? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or IG?
YouTube.
Okay. Any particular reason why?
YouTube it creates a bigger financial opportunity for me, so I prefer YouTube as it is for Instagram, which would have been the second one. But everything that I do is more feasible on YouTube. YouTube has more features that goes with my likings. So the way they operate with live streams and the way they do things, YouTube, I find more favor with YouTube. The way I go about things. So yeah, YouTube it is.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you guys. So at this time, guys, TR,
I enjoyed this interview. I
really
loved it. I could interview them all day.
TR and FS Rose has a surprise for us, right?
Is that so?
So they have a surprise for the audience, and are you guys? We're gonna give them a little time to get themselves together. Welcome, guys. Thank you all for still being here. Oh, Oh, look. All right, guys. They have a surprise for y'all. TR is going to perform and sing for you guys.
All right, his hit single.
Yes. And like we always say, guys, this is a performance.
So do tip your
Do tip the guests.
Yes, give them all your money, your lunch money, your rent money, all that.
Yes.
If you got kids, tap into their money too.
Yes. So they're going to take it away, guys. TR and Efforts Rose.
Okay, my setup, I normally have a setup with the whole system that would provide my background tracks and create that. But because some things went wrong this evening and I didn't get to set up my equipment the way I needed to do it. So I'm going to ask SF Rose to do the singing for me this evening, and I will do the background instrument.
That's the reason why you're making me sing.
She has a favorite song. I Am Her Sunshine, and so she will do that song.
So let's just start by saying I don't really like him today, but because I love him, I will do this.
Okay.
And put on record, I'm not a singer. Should I do it the funny way?
I do it the best way you can, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I think you probably should start first so I can find where you're gonna sing. I don't want to strum a chord and you start somewhere else.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. I'm joking, guys. All right, let's go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Okay, so that's SF Rose's version. Give her a clap, of course. That was well done.
Normally, I really do it with "You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sun." There's a video out there. Find it, where he recorded me joking around, and there's a video out there. If you can find it, maybe there's a prize. Hey, you want to sing?
All right, so my disclaimer, I'm just doing this for the fans, and I'm so happy that Derek C. Williams is not here and Vermont Paint and Photos is not here. So I'm just doing this for you. Disclaimer, guys. Disclaimer. I am not a singer. I am a guitar player and I can play almost any song on the guitar. I'm not a singer, but I'm just doing this for you this one time. All right, so here we go. And this is also a freestyle. It's not a song that you all know, but if you were a fan of the TR show, you would have heard this song somewhere before. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you've done for me. I just want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All you've done for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, and you say you can't sing.
I don't. I hate my voice actually.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
so
that
much.
amazing performance, you guys.
Yes, thank you so much. That was awesome. So, what's next, Leo?
I think we showed the channel.
Yes. Guys, please be a blessing to FS Rose and TR. Please be a blessing. The information is strolling across the screen, guys. Please be a blessing to them. They are so amazing. They're such a blessing to everyone here on YouTube.
And if you guys need to grow, definitely go to their channel.
Yes. All right. I think we have come to the part where we show their channels.
This is definitely one of my favorite interviews. I could stay here another hour. We're not going to, but I'm just saying I could stay here another hour.
All right. Guys, so this is the TR show. As you guys can see, it says music, blogs, motivational speeches. It is a monetized channel, well over 14,000 subscribers. Also, he does have his merch, his store right here, guys. As you guys can see, go over and buy that merch, honey. So what is it? He has the TR Show cup, the TR Show phone case, the TR Show tights, the TR Show, I believe that's a sticker. And also, that's right, one of his scenes in his live stream, guys. So go on and purchase your merchandise today. And also join the membership. Yes, and you can also support his channel via PayPal, via Cash App. You can follow him on Instagram. He has a great Instagram show, by the way, and also Twitter. And I'm also here.
YouTube.
Membership, yes. Yeah. All right, for his other channels, guys, see amazing shows that he does right here. Let me go to some of the videos. Amazing shows. This is one of his weekly shows right here. One of his recent weekly shows, guys. So please check it out. All of his amazing shows. And also, as you see with him with his guitar, the different glasses, guys. So check it out. Guys. If you are not connected to the TR show, you must connect. All right. So, all right.
He also has 4 other channels.
Yes.
That we're going to run through real quick.
All right.
So you definitely want to be connected to them.
Let's find them. So this is his other channel right here, guys. The
TR News and Sports.
Also, Glasses Kingdom. TR Nuri X. Yes. And also the Guitar Kingdom. All right. So we're going to try our best to show. Hold on. Let me click on it. Did it go? Is it showing?
Yes, it's TR.
Okay. Oh, that's how you do. Okay. My first time. Okay, so this is TR News and Reviews. So this is his other channel, guys. So please go over here. This channel showcase news and reviews of what's going on in today's life, guys. So please check out this one as well. The link is also in the description. It's in the description. All right. Go back. Hold on one second. And Glasses Kingdom. This is where you will find TR with many different glasses and also his reactions on many different artists, guys, that have some amazing voices. They're very talented on this channel, guys. So please go and also connect. It is also a monetized channel and it does have the membership as well. And there's some great levels. You can also check it out. As you guys can see, come with some great perks, so please check it out. All right, and so this is another channel. Okay. Hold on one second. Is this this is also, and each channel, if you go to each channel of the description of each channel, it tells you what the channel is about. This is TR Nari X. I think I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Forgive me, TR, if I'm chopping up your name.
You got it right.
So this is more so his music channel where you see him showcasing musicians, music again, guys. So different artists. So please check out this one as well. And let's try to get this to 100, guys. We can do it. There's about 14 So, oh, well, 7 now. 14 people in here, guys, so we can get this to 100. All right. That link is also in the description.
Yes, and we hope all 5 channels are subscribed to the House of X Entertainment.
Hold on. And we have Guitar Kingdom, guys. This one is also a monetized channel, and it does have membership. It says Love Guitars, Music Lovers, Guitar Kingdom, guys. So go over and check out this channel. This one is basically more so all about folks that plays guitars, musicians as well. And if you are a guitar lover, guys, you want to check out this channel as well. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna go on over to
I think that was SS Rose.
FS Rose channel. All right. So let us. Okay. This is SF Rose channel, guys. As you guys can see,
4,000.
she's at 4,000 and plus subscribers. You can support her channel through PayPal, via Cash App. And this is also her membership right here, guys. As you guys can see, we are members of her channel. As stated before in the interview, she does a monthly panel discussion, which is a great panel discussion. As you see here in the thumbnails, various content creators is on the panel, guys, the thumbnail. And also for her members, guys, if you join her membership today, you can be a part of this great concert that she put together for her members, which is awesome. So you guys can go ahead and check out her membership, guys. And she also does the featured channels right here, guys. So please check out her channel. It is very awesome. The concert is amazing, as well as the panel discussion. And her membership is not expensive. Her membership is worth its while, guys. So please go ahead and check out her channel. Her link is also in the description. All right, guys. I think that's everything, right? All right. I think that's about it. All right. Do we have any more final questions from the audience?
I have one last question.
Go ahead.
My question is for TR. Seeing how you have 4 monetized channels, were you ever concerned of what you were going to offer the people on the other channels?
In terms of membership?
Yeah.
That has been a real struggle. In fact, I remember coming out once to say, guys, don't even consider joining my membership for what I offer, but instead join it just for the sake of support, because some of the things that I initially some of the things that I initially wanted to do for memberships got destroyed when YouTube got upgraded. So I used to promise people shout outs and how I can help them to grow their channels and this and that, and that was totally ruined. I used to do a monthly concert like what SF Rose is doing currently. I used to do that back in the day, but then I felt like I was cheating on the artist, because when they come to my show, I gave them a concert with 10 people in there, and I just think that when an artist is performing, they want to see as much people as possible. So the only way I could change this is to give all my members the concert. But this concert was just for the highest level that would get this concert per month. So I had stopped doing it. So I need to have things that makes a difference. Like I say, I give things, but the things that I give, for me, it feels sometimes like it doesn't make a difference. Like, okay. So I do have some things. Lined out, but it's just for the sake of YouTube is not going to allow you to create it unless you highlight something that you're going to give. Mm-hmm. So, but if YouTube wouldn't do that, I personally would not put anything there. Like for even on Guitar Kingdom, I have one level where it's just a sponsor. So you just sponsor Guitar Kingdom because you love what I do, but there's not actually anything exactly to receive. So right now, you only get the privilege of a shout out, basically, and I make special efforts to share your videos and to attend your live streams. That's what I basically do to my members.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. All right.
I think that is all the questions.
I think that is all. Well, guys, this
that
show
brings this interview to a close.
We want to say first, thank you to the TR Show and Evans Rose for giving us this opportunity, for coming on the show and taking out this time so that they can come to the exclusive show. And we enjoyed this interview. We thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to
having
interview you guys. You guys were amazing all night.
Yes.
Thank you
you
as well. It was amazing, and it was my pleasure to be here as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So guys, right after this interview, we're going to raid. So guys, please go on over to Vern's Junk Closet. She is also live. Guys, we're the House of X Entertainment.
And you have been entertained again.
I'm Wanston.
And I'm Leo.
And our lovely guest is none other than
SF Rose.
And TR.
and we thank you guys so much for coming, guys. We will see you back in August. I believe it's the 6th. Thank you guys so much. We love you guys. See you then.
Everybody take care.
All right.
Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah.
Let me get a little more of that.
They know
money.
who we at, man.
How thick, what it is,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
I stay in the
Time,
same.
about to hit, baby.
Yeah. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building. Go going crazy.